What's going on, guys? Naz here on the Spooling Up channel. Just before we get into the video today on the golf, I just wanted to say a big thank you to you guys out there that have liked, commented and subscribed recently. It all means a lot, and I try and get back to anybody's comments who comments or asks a question or says anything. So I do try my best. Some of the comments slip through the net sometimes, but yeah, I'm happy to see the numbers of subscribers rolling up. So big respect to you guys out there. Thank you very much. So yeah, today on the Mark IV Golf, all I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be removing the front and rear badges and spraying them black and putting them back on the car. Make sure you stick around for the whole video, because I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to take them off, how I'm going to spray them and how I'm going to put them back. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. So at the rear badge, you have this sort of rubber seal around the side. What I'm going to be doing to remove this one is I'm just literally going to be using some fishing line, same with when I remove the lettering off the back. So I'm just going to slide that down the back. There is just adhesive foam behind this, so it should come off pretty easy once you cut through it with the fishing line. And I'll also show you how I'll be removing the old glue and cleaning up the area before I stick this back on. Right guys, so I apologise for the camera angle, but I don't have a tripod tall enough. But just slip your fishing wire down the back, cut through the adhesive, and boom, there you go. Badge comes off nice and easy. None of the adhesive is actually left on the back of the badge, it's all on the car. So as you can see here, badge came off, all of the adhesive, knowing my luck, is left on the car, and a big dirty line around the back where obviously dirt and water has got past this seal. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to remove this adhesive. You can use a heat gun, you can use a hairdryer, whatever you want. I'm going to try first and just pick it off with my hand. As for the front, it's an easy one. I've done it 100 times now on camera, but I'm going to do it again. First of all, we need to remove the bonnet latch or bonnet pull here, and what I do is I literally get a screwdriver, put it in here, pop it off. It's off on one side, gotta just get it off on the other side, and then that will come off. Just gotta be careful, pull this, pop it off, and here we have the front grille. So I'll be taking this inside as well, along with the rear badge, and I'll be prepping them for paint and then spray them up, and hopefully it looks good black. Right guys, so here we have the rear badge. Now this is held on to this grey back plate with some rivets. Now you can drill the heads of these rivets off and separate the actual chrome part of the badge to the backing kind of matte grey part of the badge, but I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to spray the whole thing and see how it turns out. If I don't like it, then I'll separate it and maybe do a matte black and then a gloss black VW badge. As for the front, you can actually separate the badge. If you look at some of these silver tabs on the back, you can push them through and you should be able to separate the badge from the grille. I've actually got a spare grille because I have some parts of this one are broken, and other various clips on the back are also broken, like this one here for example should have a tab on the end of it, but it doesn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a screwdriver to poke some of these tabs through, and hopefully I can separate the badge. Okay, so there we have it. I've been able to separate it. You can see the tabs on the back of the badge, and then this is the badgeless grille. Obviously this is dirty from where it's been on there for so long, so I'm going to give it a good clean up and make sure this is all good, and then I'll start rubbing both of these down. Right guys, so I just want to show you what's going on here. I have two front badges off the two grills that I've got. What I've done is I've started prepping both of them because I want to see what one turns out better. Unfortunately, these little tabs on the inside do end up breaking. They're really brittle and really weak. Some of them are just so flimsy, they're wiggling all over the place, like this one here. So I'm going to try and stick some of them back down. I know they need a little bit of flex in them in order to be popped in and out of the grill, so they may just snap back off once they're glued, but I'm going to try dry these off, repair them, and then start priming them. This I haven't started yet, I've just cleaned it, so I'll rub this down, dry it off, and I'll put masking tape around that seal so I don't end up spraying it as well, and then hopefully they'll turn out all good. So for today, just going to get layers of primer on these, and then I'll go for the gloss black tomorrow, and then probably the lacquer the next day. Okay guys, so here we have the two front badges that I was preparing. They just have literally had their first coat of primer, so they're looking pretty good at the moment. Rear one's prepared, just taped around the edge of that seal. Again, rubbed it down till it's nice and dull, and I've used some paint prep wipes for these as well, just to make sure that they're fully clean before I start going ahead and spraying them. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this with a primer now. Right, so it's the next day now. I've allowed these to dry overnight. Got a few coats of primer down on them. Just literally need to use my sandpaper just to roughen the surface a little bit, in order to let the gloss black stick nicely. It's been a pretty easy job. It's just the preparation has taken a little while, and it's nice and satisfying once you start getting the paint on the badges. At the moment I'm using 800 grit because that's all I have indoors. Unfortunately I don't have any 600, which I believe is recommended for this job, so I'm going to be using 800 grit, cleaning them back down again with the spray paint preparation wipes that I have, and then going for the gloss black. And then tomorrow, once they've been allowed to dry overnight, I'll be going for the lacquer coat. Okay, so now all three badges are sprayed black. It's time to give them a couple of coats of lacquer. First thing what I've got to do, these two turned out matte, but once they're lacquered they should come out gloss. I just need to use a 1200 grit on this rear one because that turned out really glossy. I need to get that to a matte finish so that the lacquer will stick to it nicely, and then that'll be it really. I'll be able to fit them to the car. So I'll sand this one down a little bit, clean it all up, and then I'll begin lacquering. Right, so I've given the front badges one tiny little coat each, and I've rubbed down that rear badge now. As you can see, it's a lot less shiny, so I'll go ahead and start giving that some lacquer as well. Okay guys, so got all three badges done now. Obviously these are the two front ones, this is the rear one. I'm going to use this front one because it's got more clips on the back of it, so that will hold in there a lot more securely. It's also got less little stone chips in it, or little bits of pitting that this badge has on it. This rear badge came out really well as well. It's really nice and shiny now that it's been lacquered. The only problem is stupidly dropped this at one point while the paint was a little bit wet, smudged it, had to rub it back down to the primer, and then I smudged the lacquer on it at one point. I don't even know why, I just got so unlucky with it. I was a bit careless, but it's come out really good now. I'm really happy with it, so I'm going to get ready to get these on the car. Just want to have a look at the front grills quickly. Okay, so here are the front grills that I have. Obviously this is the one that came off the car. This is the spare one that I've bought. It's this black plastic bit at the rear that I need to remove and swap and put on this better grill. Just have a quick look actually. Badge looks pretty good there in black, as you can see. Sort of transforms it. I wish I kept this one chrome actually, so I could show you the difference between the two, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead on the back of these grills. You've actually got all these clips on the rear which just need to be poked through, and that way you can separate the black plastic piece from the rest of the sprayed grill. And once I've made that good one, well obviously they need a clean up as well, so I'm just going to clean all that dirt up. This also needs a clean up, and I'll make the one good grill, and then I'll be putting everything on the car. Actually, when I look at it now, I think this may be cracked as well, so maybe I should swap. Maybe I should just use this one altogether. I'll see how they come out when they're tidied, but I might just end up putting this one on. Right, this is what the grills look like when they're separated. This is the combination I'm going to be going for. I'm going to be building these up together, which is just a combo of the new grill that I have and the old one that I had. So I'll build them back up together, click my badge on, put my little GTI badge that I have there back on, and then go and fit it to the car along with the rear badge. Right, so here is the grille that I'm going for, all fully built up, all ready to go on the car. I'm going to keep that one as a spare, and obviously I'll keep the badge as well, but for now it's time to go and fit this. Okay, so the rear of the car is clean, it's ready for me to stick the badge on. I've got my double-sided tape ready as best as I could. I've just got to make sure that I peel it off and I stick it as straight as I can, so I'll do my best. Right guys, managed to get the rear badge on, it's all looking good. Just got to show you from the angle because there's too many reflections in the boot lid, but yeah, that's all done. Right guys, here's the front with the black badge. Definitely looks a lot better now. So yeah, easily done. Nice, cheap little job, and definitely transforms the front of your Golf. So it's worthwhile doing. Right guys, so this job is now complete. I'm really happy with both badges, they're both on. Just had to peel off the backing on the sticky tape on the rear one and hold it for like, I don't know, a minute or so, just to make sure that the double-sided tape sticks to the back of the car nicely. But all in all, I believe it gives the car a much cleaner look. Definitely a lot more custom. Those chrome badges are a little bit too much for me. So yeah, nice easy job. The only thing is you've got to be patient waiting for the coats of paint to dry. Go wait for the primer to dry, whatever colour you choose it to be, to dry as well, and then the lacquer. But all in all, nice and easy, well worth doing. Guys, that's the end of the video. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching.